Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. We're playing Demonology. Let me know if you guys want to see Destruction or Affliction in the near future videos, but right now I'm just having way too much fun with Demonology. I think it's definitely the best Warlock spec, just fantasy-wise and playstyle-wise. I think Affliction's just dreadfully boring. I'd say... Nice, getting healed from the top of the fucking tower. My favorite part about this game. Unending resolve here. But yeah, Affliction's okay. I think, no, Destruction's okay. Affliction's horrible. We'll use cooldowns here on that one healer. Or, we'll just use it on whoever, really. So, here we go. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Cooldowns. Someone's getting one shot. I don't even know who's hitting me anymore, really. Axe stun that guy. I think that's Cloak as well. I'll fear him. Go with Demon Bolt at him. Get my pet on him. Okay. I'll take a blind any day. Poor guy. But yeah, Demonology really, really fun. I think its damage is really, really good now. I got Storm Bolted from nowhere. Okay, I love this kind of weird bug where they can, like, I just don't know what's happening, and they're getting casts off from their boat, and it's been a thing since, like, the day Seething Shore came out, so it's been a long lot of patches, and this still isn't fixed. Yeah, just letting you know, Blizzard. Anyway, so going back to the conversation of Warlock specs and why I think Demonology is the best, I've always really, really liked Demonology. I liked Demonology back in the day where you had Immolate, Corruption, and I think those were the only two dots you had. Maybe Agony as well, but then you had a Felguard as well, and your damage was just kind of mixed of dot damage and direct damage, but those were the days, weren't they? Back when classes had good old design, good old class design and, you know, specific talent trees and abilities that, I don't know, there were abilities that weren't really specific to, like, specs. Like, only Destruction Warlocks have Immolate now, versus 4 expansions ago where every spec had Immolation just because of the dot it did. And then every spec had Corruption as well, and every spec had Agony as well. But then there was more specific, spec-specific abilities, like Summon Felguard, or, what was it? The Breath thing, I don't know what it was called. The Breath thing that Affliction Warlocks had, and Demo Locks as well. Really, I guess every spec, I don't know, Warlocks were definitely an interesting one when it came to, I guess, the old specs, because there was so many abilities that were, I guess, shared with all the specs, but there were only certain abilities that were empowered through certain specs, so, like, you'd see throughout the Assassination tree, or not Assassination, the Destruction tree, that you'd be getting a lot of bonuses towards your Incinerate and Immolate and Soulfire and Searing Pain and whatnot. And then in Demonology, you'd get a lot of demon bonuses like increased pet damage, increased intellect, increased armor, increased Shadow Bolt damage, and what else? Just general shenanigans like that, and then obviously Affliction was just increased damage over time effects. So, yeah, that's what Warlock specs were. So, anyway, the main reason I'm talking about this is because I think I'd say Demonology has the most abilities, and one thing I have noticed is that specs that are usually, at least to me, more fun, usually have the most abilities, so like Survival, Outlaw, Demo, what else has a lot of abilities? General stuff like that. And, I don't know, Demo's just always been kind of my own personal favorite Warlock spec, and it's nice to see it be viable again. If you guys want to see a Demonology Warlock guide, then let me know as well. I can definitely get that pumped out as soon as possible. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see Warlock specific-wise, because I know there's not a lot of Warlocks on the good old YouTube anymore, because Cobra quit, and that guy was just a god back in the day. Because he'll always be a god, really. That guy was crazy at Destruction. I remember in Miss Pandaria, I used to watch him all the time, just get huge Chaos Bolt hits. Because Chaos Bolt hit really hard in Miss Pandaria, and now it just kind of hits slightly more than a Star Surge. So, who to go on here? Again, this feels like one of those battlegrounds where everything just dies really fast, which is a bittersweet feeling, I suppose, because I guess I don't have a whole lot of time to ramp up my damage and actually get my damage going. But At the same time, we just win immediately, so really no complaints here, I guess, other than, you know, the lack of showing of how good a spec can be. Yay, an actual fight. Okay, so here we go. I'll show the burst again here, as long as I don't get interrupted or anything. So, gonna use my Summon Dreadstalkers, summon my extra Felguard, summon my Demonic Tyrant, spend all my Soul Shards again, use a stun, use my Demon Whirlwind thing, which, by the way, just hit for 10,000 there, because of the increased demon damage, which is very, very helpful. And, I mean, yeah, that was Demo Burst. If you can actually just free cast all of your bursts, someone will die. Guarantee it, because, let's see, let's do the damage here. I think the Summoned Felguard, which is, I believe, is this guy, does 25% increased damage. That on top of your Demonic Tyrant buff, which is 15%. Very nice. You can also add that on top of any trinkets that you have. For example, if you have a PvP trinket, that grants you the primary stat. Your pets are going to be hitting harder as well. Yeah, Demo Burst. Really, really good, as long as you can actually get cast off. If you don't get cast off, then it is a little bit weaker, but that's the worst. Also, its cooldown is pretty low. Demonic Tyrant really only has a 1.5 minute cooldown, which is really nothing, thinking about it, because it lasts for about 15 seconds. So, let's say 1 minute 15 downtime on your main cooldown, which does really, really, really increase your burst. Just because it kind of intertwines itself into Demonic Tyrant, this is, Anyway, I have an artifact trait that increases my intellect by, from what I just saw, 604 for 15 seconds after my Demonic Tyrant expires. I have an artifact trait that increases my Demon Bolt damage, which is the instant cast high-hitting ability that we have. And, well, I don't know what the other one is, but it's something. Anyway, if you guys like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, all that random shenanigans stuff that YouTubers say. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys some other time.